Okay, so some of you might know I've been on a little bit of a waxing kick lately. So I'm going to show everybody how you can wax your armpits at home. For those of you that like really nice smooth armpits for like 2 weeks, don't have to worry about shaving them. They're really nice. One of the downfalls is you have to let your hair grow a little bit before you can wax it. There has to be something for the wax to adhere to. Hence, my little hairy armpit. I did this one earlier. First time I've tried to do it by myself, but I think I've created a system which is a little better. So let me show you what you're going to need. Okay, this is what I got. A little wax heater, which is this thing. This will cost you about $12. And up here we have a hard wax. Hard wax you don't need the cloth strips with. You just kind of apply it a little thicker and then just peel it off. It's supposed to be better for armpits, bikini lines, things like that. And then also you will need you can use like a tongue depressor. I like these ones because it's got the little angle so you can kind of hit it in a certain area. I have a big patch of hair, so I'm not going to try to attempt to do the whole thing in one. I'm probably going to break it up into about 3. What you want to do is apply the wax in the direction that the hair grows. Ooh, make sure you don't drip because it's very, very hard to clean up. Oops, and I just dripped. It's not my pencil, so that's okay. Alright, so we'll get a little bit more on there. You want it thick because it's just easier to grab a hold of and pull off. So let's get the wax down there. More on that side, and again on that side. So we got our little section there. Now, because you don't use the strips with this wax, you have to you gotta let it cool off a little bit. So this is gonna be the boring part. You can kind of feel sticky, not quite cooled off. It doesn't take too long. It just becomes like smooth and kind of weird feeling once it starts to heal a little bit. So we apply it in the direction that the hair is growing, and then you want to rip it off in the opposite direction. But you also want to make sure that your skin is pulled taut, because it's just a lot easier. And you don't want too much hair because it's more painful with more hair. You just want to make sure you have enough stubble to do it. And then just rip. And we got that hair off. And you can see there's a little bit of pieces of wax there. You just want to pull those off. See, very nice, very clean. Throw that in the garbage. And then we're going to do another little piece right there. Now, armpits are probably one of the most painful areas I've ever waxed. But as most of you all know, even when you start waxing your eyebrows, it hurts a little bit in the beginning. But the more you do it, the less painful it becomes. So do another little coat of wax on there. And like anything, there might be just a few you're going to want to pluck afterwards. Oh, I got a string. Get rid of that. Okay, now the boring part again. We're going to let it dry. A piece left over from last time. Yeah, and it's like anything, you know, like a Band-Aid. You just want to rip it off and do it. Test that. See, it feels a little sticky when it's not dry yet. Once it's kind of like smooth and cool feeling, you know you're good to go. Because if it's not cooled down enough, it's going to like stretch the wax. It doesn't solidify as much, and it hurts more. Okay, so hold the skin tight. Ow. Okay, and there we go. Nice. Throw the wax in the garbage. And there's little pieces of wax still on there, but you can just go ahead and pick those off. And we got one more section down here to do. Like anything, I think the more you do anything in life, the better you'll get at it. So practice, practice, practice. And yeah, this might not be perfect because this is really the first time I've tried to do this by myself. but it's so much easier just to be able to do it at home at your own convenience. And we got little strings. I don't know if blowing on it helps. Oop. Yeah, that's definitely not dry. Little strings. Relax. Okay. And I think we're just about dry. Maybe the little thicker stuff isn't quite so much. Oops. Yeah, see, it's not quite dry. And that's when it hurts. And just like a Band-Aid, pull it off. It hurts for a second, but really, like, it goes away after that, so it's not bad at all. And then we just got little pieces you want to get off. And it's going to be a little red and slightly tender for a little bit, but it'll be fine. Little baby oil will get the rest of that wax off for you too. But there you go. Nice clean armpit. Going to be like that for about 2 weeks. Don't have to worry about shaving. Awesome.